Hello wine people, do you know how skin contact, clarity of the juice, fermentation temperatures and vessels, how they affect the style and quality of white wines? Let's go. Skin contact is something that is normal for red wine making, not so common for white wine making. White grapes are usually crushed, pressed right away, and the juice is ready for fermentation. Some winemakers even put whole berries into the pressing machines in order to avoid any oxygen contact with the grapes in order to retain the purity and varietal character of the grapes. But some grapes, like aromatic grape varieties like Sauvignon Blanc, they actually benefit from a few hours skin contact before the fermentation starts in order to increase the flavor intensity and textural complexity of the wine. This skin contact with the juice happens at low temperature, so oxidation is avoided and the fermentation doesn't start. When the grapes are pressed, the juice is cloudy. It has a lot of these fragments of grapes, and this juice needs to be clarified, because if it doesn't get clarified, it can create faulty aromas during the fermentation. And usually some kind of clarification method is used, either filtration or sedimentation. But some winemakers do not want their juice to be perfectly clarified, because they want some of this cloudiness in the wine in order to create more complex flavors during the fermentation. So this winemaking technique is really meant for a little bit more complex white wines, not really varietal purity wines like Sauvignon Blanc. Fermentation temperatures for white wines usually range between 12 Celsius and 22 Celsius. At low temperature, the purity of the varietal character is saved, but if the fermentation temperatures are too low, more kind of candy aromas get developed and you lose the purity of the grapes. On the other hand, with higher fermentation temperatures, you get more complexity. But if the temperatures are too high, again, you're going to lose that varietal character of the grapes. Usually stainless steel tanks, they have temperature control equipment that precisely controls the fermentation temperatures, but white wines can also ferment in oak vessels. The fermentation temperatures cannot so easily be controlled, but because oak is smaller and usually fermentation is done in cold cellars, this fermentation temperature is controlled well. The idea with oak fermentation is to get more flavor of the oak and also for the oak aromas to be better integrated into the wine. Wine people, let's simplify wine together. Stay thirsty and wise.